okay. Paimon was pretty much awake anyway. It's been so long since we... What about you? Did you rest well? Still winding down from everything that's happened? Or are you wondering how our friends are doing? Or is it about what the... Okay, if you say so. But don't push yourself, alright? Luonatar disappeared after Columbina came back. Apparently, she was still... Anyway, you did great. So, chin up, Traveler. Hey! Don't poke fun. Paimon didn't think you'd mention it. You have no idea how anxious Paimon was. Well, if you really want to show Paimon you're sorry, you're gonna need to make it up to her. Okay. Paimon's full now. Huh? Oh, well...
Hey there, Traveler and Paimon! Good morning!
Morning, Yehuda! Here for some breakfast?
Oh, I've already eaten. Just... Careful there, Paimon! Too much food will make you drowsy.
You should probably be saying that to
True. You know...
Well, nothing like a region-wide calamity to bring people to...
Try telling Boss Neff that. She's not exactly...
Really? But if she's so pessimistic...
Probably 'cause... Even though unity sounds like a pretty far-fetched idea, the benefits it would bring make... I think things will work out, though. I swear, Notcry feels like one big family now with everything that's happened. More than it...
Paimon's with you on that one. And it seems like plenty of other people agree, too. Just listen to the bustling
All right. Everyone's been rebuilding these last 2 weeks, and the life's slowly returning back to normal. Which means... were you about to head out?
Yeah, we were gonna
sounds good. See you...
Please accept today's boon. Have a nice...
Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? Or is that Inefa handing out food for the Frost Moon Scions?
Hello there. Would you like a feast of the moon, along with some snacks of the day?
So, what's new? And I know too?
What are you talking about, Paimon?
In the wake of the disaster, it's all hands... At times like these, the smallest good deed can inspire...
And we're using eggs and heating tubes to make that a reality. Inefa! Did you hear that?
That's because it's true, I know. Proposal. If you can resist...
No way!
Well, that proposal...
I need something to get me through the hard times too, you know.
Mom!
Yes, dear.
Excuse me. Could I... She helped us get safely out of Notcry.
Of course she is!
But you stole my snacks, though.
Oops.
Shall we move to the open space near the center?
Thank you!
Aren't you the better pick for this job, Flint's?
You underestimate yourself yet again.
Not at all. I rarely come by Nasha Town. I don't know any of the big
All in good time.
But you're much further ahead on that road, aren't you?
You're not seeing the full picture. You know the truth now. There is no question about it. The Lightkeepers need a representative in the League. Someone who is upright.
You say it like you wouldn't make the cut.
I am most flattered that you think. Sigh a little less, Master Ilua, and have more faith. That is precisely why Starshina and Nikita felt safe.
I'm sure we all also agree that we would sooner die of dehydration. Whatever. I'll take the job.
Oh, it's quite the who's who of Nodcry. I'm sure you will find speaking with them to be
If you say so. But I'll do it. Not only is it our
an admirable attitude to take. We have the chance to band together and build our share.
Yeah.
Quite a few familiar.
You look so cool when you fly, Miss Robot. And even though you took my snacks, it's pretty. Also, oh,
Micah, we.
1 second.
Please take this Feast of the Moon. Share them with your mother and your lovely.
Wow! Everyone's here!
You seem well rested.
I know no one's asked, but I'm sure you all want to know, so let me just say, we're doing great. Well, great, but not perfect. Starting to lose my mind from boredom. Can't
I'm sure you had a sneaky swig or two.
Wait, how'd you find... Yeah, you could say that again. Honestly, once things are...
Hey, looks like someone's taking the stage.
Can everyone see okay? Anyone need a boost?
I'll just listen from the back.
You're taking this pretty seriously.
Well, it's not every day that I get the chance to see how people...
Soak it up like a sponge. I'll make sure you get a chance to practice for yourself later down the line.
Mr. Varka, are you for...
I can knight you.
Is he...
You'll have to figure this one out for yourself. It'll be a good learning experience.
It is my honor to host the opening ceremony for the League, and to have this opportunity to...
Could this person also have been pushed onto the big stage by the real big...
We come here today, having weathered the trials and hardships of yet...
All right, here we go.
Come on, get the speech up.
Nodcry is our home, the land we rely on for survival. And as we chart a course for the future, may we persevere through the storms ahead as we sail towards...
Looks like we'll have more opportunities to travel in the future. I'm sure you'll cope, Lady Moonchanter, given how fleet of foot you are. Unfortunately, I suspect I'll be too busy at the curatorium to act as your host.
That'll be all right. I'll just check your schedule.
You... So giving my employees extra workload isn't an...
I thought you'd approve.
That's a bold statement. Are all the Frost Moon Scions feeling more audacious?
Columbina's return has brought joy to all who care about her. That includes both you and me. As for the Frost Moon Scions, we are learning how to thrive independently, without relying on the Moon Goddess. It is up to us to make our home a more livable place. Joining the League is one of the steps.
I like the word try. It's not...
You don't see a bright future for the Frost Moon Scions? Or did you mean the League?
I'm just not as optimistic as you. The Frost Moon Scions should count themselves lucky that they have a leader but Nodcry's a big place, with all kinds of people. Most of them don't enjoy answering to a leader.
Well, that's where you and... Unless...
For now, yes. And that won't...
What would make it worth your while?
Getting out more than I put in. Right now.
Then maybe it's worth it.
All right. You can stop now.
You'd be...
Hey, you two! Congrats on all your hard work!
Nefer was trying to dissuade me from adding to...
Sorry, what?
Your conversations are always the most Would you two care to join me for some tea before...
Nicole? Wait, where are...
Sadly not. I'm otherwise occupied right now. If it's any consolation, let me say, perhaps you'll feel better if you focus on the fact you have a
okay.
No, or...
Well, that's not ominous at all.
Not for the time. Just think of this as a general check-in to make sure this communication system...
You could've just said so. Still. It's never gonna stop being weird.
Alright, fair point.
Yeah.
Alice just informed me that they had their work cut out for them. And now everyone's... The disruption caused by this disaster has made Tevat... She plans to wait for things to stabilize, then reschedule her Mondstadt vacation plans. As for me, I agree with Hat Guy's perspective. This is a time when many new variables are emerging, and we have to remain vigilant. I did notice that the energy in Nodcry changed somewhat after the War of Funerary Flame, but since it was still aligned with... It looks like I'll have to examine the connections between... Just doing my duty. Of course. To give you the full picture... Never mind. Paimon's right. Showing up... By the way, you did receive the gifts from the Hexen Circle. Yeah, they're quite similar to the protective talisman that Alice...
Oh! So that's what kept our friends safe.
Indeed. We went to great lengths to make sure they were invisible I'm so happy they came in handy. Still not fishing for gratitude. Anyway, I'll contact you if anything... Oh, my Angel... You should head to the docks next. Your friends are about to board their ship home.
You're here.
You're here too, Hat Guy.
No, I'm bound for Sumeru and she for Fontaine. Everything seems fine. Sandrone may have an abominable temper, but she's always been very
You always speak as if you know us inside out.
Maybe I'm just a good judge of character.
I certainly hope that's all. Regardless, you have been a significant help in this matter. For that, you...
Sandrone's the one who completed a seemingly impossible formula and turned the tide of the entire battle.
Even we were unaware that Sandrone had hidden the... She managed to fool Dottore into thinking the form...
She probably realized that she didn't have the strength to stop Dottore.
Well, that's why I'm traveling to Fontaine. She said that should she ever fail in a mission... She also mentioned that she had made arrangements. Some of her personal effects, such as her notes, were left to me. I've decided... However, there is one book among them that I'd like to leave in your care. No, I was This is her last wish, and I can only hope so. But I bade farewell to Columbina earlier today. She spent a long time with Sandrone's body.
Is she...
Sandrone's passing has left but Columbina surprised me. She offered me some words of comfort, but she never used to act like this. After these Snezhnaya now realizes that the arrest warrant for Columbina was just a ploy by Dottore. I shall return to Nodcry to see her as soon as I find the time. Columbina Hyposelenia's journey is only... My ship is here. Traveler, Paimon?
What are you still bumming around for? I thought today was the day you'd agreed with her to go find out the truth about your sibling. You're afraid you won't like the truth when you Well, this is new. I was starting to think that nothing could scare...
Don't say that! Wouldn't you be if you were in this situation?
Fair point. But I'd say I have... They say blood's thicker than water. I know how much you need your family back. More than you need. No matter what the truth turns out to be, they will finding the truth is important. But more, at least, that's the life lesson I've learned from my experience. What? Now that Dottore's dead and gone, maybe I regret not getting to end his life with my own hand. Either way, I'm going back to Sumeru. Lesser Lord Kusanali is gonna need help dealing with all the chaos to Toy. You should continue with your journey, as you've always done.
So, what should we do now? If you want to explore a bit more to steady those After all, when Columbina said she knew where your ship... It hasn't been all that long since we were last apart. Ain't no biggie. Paimon, Paimon's sure you'd prefer to digest the news about your brother in better... No matter what you see, if you can't make sense of something, let's give it some thought together. Feel better now? Alrighty. Columbina, we're here! Can't quite believe we're meeting out here.
Well, it's just, now that it's all over, I've decided to make some changes. The older generation are still timid around, but things are much better with the children. Hopefully, by the time the next Moon Prayer Night comes around, I can enjoy the festival.
You'll do fine, Columbina. Paimon's sure they'll
You really think so? When we first met, you thought I was a little up in the clouds.
We were just starting out then, come on!
I'm only teasing. I know that I have you to thank for pulling me back down to solid ground. It feels good to finally stand firm on the earth where I was born.
Oh, that's great!
Thank you. I'll make sure not to lose it this time. Well then, are you ready?
Ether, what happened to our spaceship back then? Why did you leave? It's time to learn the truth. I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Good. Then let me open the way for you.
Where does this lead?
To our shared destination.
Huh?
Do you remember me telling you about my missing prologue back when we just met? But while I was inside the moon's reflection, I realized that my prologue was really hidden in the future. The story of the time before I was born was in fact the story of my... But when I obtained the Trilunar Authority and returned to our present
So you...
Yes, your spaceship. All this time, it has been hidden on the Frost Moon, which lay beyond the sky. The great ruler of the firmament. The heavenly principles.
Wait, them? Why would they do that?
I don't know. Perhaps your ship contains something that is incompatible with... Oh, did I pick a bad time to say this? Maybe I should have waited until you were on the moon.
That would have been kind of mean.
Oh?
Whatever is hiding in that ship, no one else has the right to decide whether I should or shouldn't know about it. Not even the heavenly principles.
Very well.
You two...
Rest assured, Paimon. Thinking about the story that we'll find hidden...
Yes.
Stories like that don't exist. I don't believe in endings.
Where am I?
This is the pathway I built between Tevat and the Frost Moon. The moon is very far away from us, so it could be a long journey. After I obtained the Trilunar Authority, I unwittingly saw past events from many of my friends' lives. One was Lauma. She was so young when they chose her to be the Moon Chanter. From then on, the Frost Moon Scions looked to her to bring messages from their goddess. But for better or worse, I had left Hisi Island before she was ever born. It was not until much, much later that she met me.
I think it's for the best. Because of the way things turned out, you had the opportunity to become friends.
You're right. In that sense, I think we were both very lucky. Oh, and about that mage, Nicole. I only recently learned that she has lived in Teyvat since the time of the Three Moon Sisters. The Moon Goddesses always had a good relationship with the angels. I suppose our friendship continues that tradition. And then there's Zandrone. I never knew that much about her, beyond the fact that she was created by someone called the Lord Artificer. She, too, suffered for a long time before joining the Fatui. How I wish I could talk to her again, even if only to hear her say nasty things to me. Also, I saw your sibling's story. I'm afraid I didn't see much. It seems that he rarely came to the surface, where the moonlight shines. But I did notice that back when you first set out on your journey, he would often appear nearby, gazing at you from afar with a guilty look in his eyes.
Ether.
Let us speak no more of the past. I probably shouldn't reveal so much about my friends. It's not my place. Let the moonlight carry us forth. We are very close now. After this, I'd like to bring some Kuhenki to the moon as well. If they're willing, of course.
What about your other friends? Will you bring them to visit too?
Certainly. But I'll need to tidy the place up first. This home hasn't received any guests in a long, long time. I remember writing something similar with you on Moon Prayer Night. I believe it was called...
Dodoko's Whirligig.
Yes, that was it. You asked me if I was afraid to return to the moon, and I said that I was. The idea that I had gained something precious, only to lose it so quickly. That frightened me. But I'm not afraid anymore. Besides, this time, we're traveling together. We're here. Over there.
Our spaceship.
It's huge. I suppose that the moon is the only place one could hide it. It'll be alright.
Huh?
The way you feel in this moment, I went through it too, on Moon Prayer Night. The door was right in front of me, but I struggled to find the courage to step through. Solitude for me once meant living a life in which even I was absent. Before I met you, but that night, solitude meant throwing away the life I had gained after meeting all of you.
Columbina.
Go. Retrieve the part of your life that was once lost. Trust me, you will lose nothing by doing so. Look, Teyvat is right there. All of our friends are down there, waiting for us.
You're right. Thanks, Columbina.
Finished?
Yeah. Why did you take your eye mask off?
Well, since my return, I've decided. Besides, I've always wondered how Teyvat looked.
And what do you think?
It's beautiful. I could spend a whole day here. What about you? What do you think of the truth you found? I haven't looked at another person's expression in a long time.
Keep this up and it...
Oh, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm much more used to sensing what's going on around.
I read the spaceship's flight logs. I always assumed that this was my first time in Teyvat. I thought that Ether and I must have been hibernating but the logs show that our spaceship flew over the skies of Teyvat once before.
Flew over?
No. The ship, after that, it continued traveling through space for a long time. Some of the data is corrupted, but I suspect it was only after that that the ship made a... When Ether found me, he came from out... Could this mean that he left the ship long before I did? Maybe even...
Are you alright?
Yes. I can feel that the truth... I remember Ether telling me that when he first arrived in Conria, he could not recall the past. So this might be something that even he doesn't know.
Here, I made some space for you.
Oh, wait, there's one more...
What is it?
Wait here a moment. Hey, Columbina.
Is that a new outfit?
An old one, technically. It's been in a cabinet inside the ship this whole time. It's a matching pair with Ether's. He always liked this set more.
Huh. I don't think there's a huge difference.
Really?
Yes. It's still the same you. You're the same person, no matter what clothes you wear.
Only Columbina would make an observation like that.
Traveler, do you consider Tevat your
home? Is wherever Ether is. But then, after all the time I've spent here and everything I've been through... Yes,
Would you change your answer if Tevat changed appearance? I mean, if the truth about Tevat turned out to be different...
I don't know. The truth is not what matters most to me about Tevat.
When I was first born, I longed for a home. And when you get something before you're mature enough to understand the world, you just take it. I thought that a home was a transaction. You get, but you and your friends taught me what a true home should look like.
That's because your friendship matters to us.
In the past, I thought that my birth in Nodcry must have been a mistake. But after journeying to the distant past where the story began, now, I am glad that I'm
sure your friends are just...
In fact, I intend to make the same choice today as I did back then.
What do you mean?
Well, I've given the Eternal Moon's Marrow to Lauma, and the Iridescent Moon's Marrow to Arlecchino. And now, I shall return my Kuvagi to Nodcry again, that it may continue.
Wait, but...
I won't. Not this time. I am only returning to Nodcry the part of me that it needs. Oh, and I have...
For me?
Yes. Come closer.
What was that?
I lifted some of the restrictions this world placed on you. I trust this will help in your future adventures.
My power. It feels like it's grown. I can use the elements more freely now. Thank you. This will be a...
You're welcome. I see you as family, and after everything you've done for me, here. This flower is for you.
Isn't this a moon prayer blossom?
Yes. Don't worry. I'm finally discovering the joy of giving.
Hey, better late than... What are you thinking about now?
Why don't you take a guess?
I don't think I'll get it in one guess. But I'm sure it's...
That's kind of a sneaky answer. Down into that. The moon seems so far away, but on the moon, everything feels so close by. The haze that once enshrouded the skies has finally been dispersed. I feel like a traveler. I don't have a lot of luggage. But next, to start with, I want to stay here just a little longer. After that,
These clothes bring back so many memories.
the journey goes on. Like I said, this is not the end. Oh, is that your neck? Most people would probably tell you to pack some warm clothes. In fact, it is home to quite a wondrous heat source. I sensed the energy it gave off as I was passing. I also recommend the Korolievsky troupe in Snezhnogrod. They give performances quite regularly, and entry was free for harbingers. Ice cold. That's just the impression that Tsaritsa gives me. In fact, I don't think the people of Snezhnaya even know what kind. Maybe that's because the Tsaritsa herself has never acknowledged nor accepted that power. There's Regrator. Between them, they control a lot of what happens in Snezhnaya. I noticed that the Rooster and Regrator often appear to get along on the surface, while working against each other in secret. But I wasn't particularly interested, so I tended to keep my distance. Now that I think about it, the term Mistelton often seemed to come up in connection. Once things settle down in Nodcry, I'd like to explore. You've told me so many stories about the other places you've been to. It would also help me learn more about the journey that has made you into the person you are today. Okay. As you continue, it shall cast down its true...
To Jean, acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. Ugh, this preamble is such a pain to write. It's probably high time we got rid of this acting business. I trust that Dern has updated you all on recent events. The good news is, we managed to come together and put a stop to the... As for the Fatui, not counting the Damselette, aka the Moon Goddess, who has left their organization, we found ourselves allied in this instance with both the Knave and Marionette. May she rest in peace. As ever, we find ourselves better off for making friends rather than enemies. In a short while... Wait. How am I meant to surprise everyone if I tell them in a letter that I'm heading home? Huh. Okay, got it. I will begin sending the expeditionary team back home in waves. I'm sure they'll be able to. I hope they won't gloss over the details of my many heroic deeds. But if they do, I'm sure it'll be because they're just too exhausted from the long journey. I think of Mondstadt daily. Please give everyone my best regards. P.S. The honorary knight went above and beyond this time. Are there any other honors we can give? P.P.S. Please be extra nice to Klee for the foreseeable future. I cashed in on the last favor that the Hexen Circle owed us. So, and that, as they say, and with the moon shining down brighter...
The people here somehow
all seem even freer, but was in monster. It never hurts to try a bit harder.
Cleanup sequence in progress. Based on data